So, the one person that you should be in competition with at all times is yourself. And it doesn't have to mean that it's a knockdown, drag out sort of competition. All we're talking about is getting better with each effort, each day, each time, each set, each rep. We're just trying to be a little bit better than we were the time before. Now, when we're playing sports, of course, there's somebody in a different uniform across the court or across the field, and we're trying to best them. But in reality, when you think about it, it's really about your best effort. So from play to play, are you doing better than you did the time before? If you scored 10 points in the previous game, you realize now what you're capable of. And what do most of us do? We want to do better. If I can score 10 points, the next time I can score 15, maybe 20. So once we realize what is possible, we are pushing our limits. And in a lot of cases, we're not against the same opponent. So now, who does it become about? It's about us. And that's a great thing to have. That's a great place to be. But we have to recognize that. And the reason I bring this up is because a lot of times in the chats, I'll definitely get some, what I'm going to guess is some younger minds who haven't figured out yet that it's not about competing against me or somebody else in front of them. And so inevitably there's the comment that my muscles aren't bigger than theirs. I'm not faster. They could beat me in a fight. All of those things are amusing and familiar. Because I remember a time too, before I got to that point, before I could say, this is about me, that I would look for external validation. But most of the time, if you're going after somebody, do you really think that they're going after somebody that they think can beat them? Or are they just taking the easy route? Because you're really not improving yourself by trying to remain the smartest person in the room. You want to get around people doing better than you so you can better yourself. So once again, it comes down to being in competition with the previous version of yourself. Usain Bolt, greatest track 100-meter runner of all time. And one of the things that he would say is that it wasn't about necessarily beating the field. He was just trying to do his best. And by pushing himself to do his best, he has a world record that is held since 2009 and foreseeably is not going to be broken. Now, the thing with that is, let's just say he had measured himself against his competition. And at the time, the world record, say, was 9.86. Well, if he had only gone for 9.85, he would have never ran the 9.58 that he has historically run. Because he didn't measure himself against his competition. He measured himself against his full capability, his full potential. And that's the important thing to remember. We don't know what our full potential is. And so therefore we keep chasing that, because the other people that we compete against, or that we might think that I'm doing better than them, so I'm doing okay, they may have reached their full potential for a variety of reasons, through age, through injury, through disinterest. But if you're still hungry and you're still chasing, then you should be around the hungriest person, the one who's chasing the most, and that's you. That's you, because you never know what the other person, what your competition is going through. So your best bet is to go in just knowing that you're going to do your absolute best. And then you learn and you grow from that. And after that, you come back out and you try to do better again. It's a simple, short message, but I think it's an important one. There's a lot of people who don't quite understand that, and so they're always in competition with people who don't even realize they're in a competition, and those are cheap wins. It's a cheap win to say, oh, I beat that person, but they didn't realize they were in competition. Or it's a cheap win to beat somebody who you already know you're probably more capable of. So turn that focus inward and compete with the one person who's always going to be there. That's you. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your ace up the sleeve, your advice, comment, experience in the chat. And let me know, have you been on that side? Which side of this competition have you been on? Have you realized that it's you're competing against? And this is not just in the sense of physical accomplishment. This is in how we work to be a better person, a better employee, a better family member, better contributor to society. Have we figured that part out yet? Because once you do, then you can become a much more complete person and possibly a better teammate for those people around you, or a better family member, or a better coworker. Because now you're not at odds with anybody else who you think is trying to do better than you. You are just doing better than yourself. And that's a great place to be in. So let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are. And as always, I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit or beginnings of total health, mind, body, and soul. And like we like to say, HWPO, that means hard work pays off, and this is the Impact Athletics Association. And I'm going to leave a couple videos and a subscription. So feel free to share it and stick around.